Hi, my name is Daryl Lee Hughes. I am a coach and a business owner. Do you know that most people are living their lives inside of a maze? Now you know what a maze is, right? It's that complicated pattern of hallways that will lead to dead ends, turnarounds, and go-backs. Life inside the maze is very limited. In fact, there are restrictions on how you spend your time, how much money you can make, what type of home you live in, even where you send your kids to school. Now, ultimately, there is a single unobstructed pathway that will lead you out of the maze and into a life of abundant freedom. This is where you have more time for your family while you're making more than enough money. Put your kids in the best schools, live in the home of your dreams, and give back to your church or charities. How do you know when you're living a life of abundant freedom? Well, that's determined by how much money is coming into your bank account. Now, I'm not saying that money will equal happiness, but I can say that money is a byproduct of a life that's lived with passion, and that can bring you happiness. Let's look real quick at the life of someone who is living inside of the maze. We're going to call this person Bob. Now, Bob has a job. He's working 40 to 50 hours per week. Bob is making enough money to survive, but not really enough money to live. You see, Bob's family would like to have more out of life, but Bob cannot provide more because his income is limited by his job. Now, one day Bob wakes up and he says, I want out of the maze. I want to live in abundant freedom like I see other people living. And so Bob starts his journey. He walks down the first hallway and he finds a dead end. He turns around to walk back and a bystander says, Hey Bob, you can't get out of this maze. Nobody ever gets out of the maze. Bob keeps walking. Down the next hallway he finds another dead end. He turns around and a bystander says, Hey Bob, you are wasting your time. I've already tried it and it's impossible. You will never be able to get out of this maze. Bob spends the entire day walking into dead ends and hearing negative comments. You can't do it. You won't do it. It's impossible. By the end of the day, Bob is broken and defeated. He says, I quit. I give up. I'm never going to get out of this maze. Now, I can relate to Bob because I tried and quit many times myself. The only difference is I never gave up. I tried one more time, and on my last try, I found the path out of this maze and into my life of abundant freedom. The good news here is you can too. You can have a life where you're spending more time with your family or you're doing those things that you really love. You're making more than enough money. You're living in the home of your dreams, not just that home you can afford. You're putting your kids in the best schools, giving back to your church or those less fortunate. That life is waiting for you, but it's not going to come find you. You will have to go find it. And you're saying, well, that's great, Daryl, but how do I get out of this maze? And the answer is so simple. You simply follow the steps that someone took before you to get out. That's all I did. I followed the exact path of someone who got out before me. Then I was able to get out. And now it's your turn. That's why I created the roadmap to abundant freedom. It's the 5 simple steps that I followed and countless others have followed to find their life in abundant freedom. Simply fill out the information to the right of the screen, click submit, and I will send you a free copy of the roadmap to abundant freedom. I'm excited to be helping you get back on the right path, and I look forward to speaking with you about your journey to abundant freedom. If there is ever anything that I can do to assist you, please reach out to me. Thanks for watching. God bless, and I hope we can talk soon. Bye for now.